Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Fed, where I am playing Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You might have been able to see it once, like when I went out of the menu, but I got the Marbling Sword. Finally. I also at some point decided to switch over my familiars, just because if I can, I might as well just go and see if any of these other familiars level up. I might at some point maybe take a look at to see like what the most efficient way is to upgrade familiars, and then I might want to grind those at some point, just because I want to see if they change. Okay, and also just how good they become. Here it is, Spirit Sword, improves defense. So, this sword over here actually has the same function as the shield rod. So if you have this sword equipped, you can then use shield skills. At least I am... Yep, you can use shield skills with this sword. Huh? So that's really cool. Let me go and switch back to the Alucard stuff. Let me also go and... okay, so that makes sense. Also 15 Girthungs, by the way. Yeah, that's kind of what happens. Okay, walk armor, back to Ring of Feanor. Okay, so let me go and just do this for a moment. That way you can listen to the music while I'm taking a look. Because... what is next? After spending way too much time on that. Okay. Naglamir. I think that's a fist weapon. No. Or it's a sword. Let's see. Allow me to go and take a look. Oh no, it's actually a piece of equipment. Wait a second there. Let's go and scroll all the way down to the equipment part. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, there it is. Yep. It's a drop from the cave trolls in the, the caves. I'll meet you guys back here once I have this thing. I'm gonna have to go quite some ways around though. But it's fine. I'll get there relatively easily. Oh, managed to get it with relative ease. Increases my defense by 15 points. That is a pretty sizable amount. Oh, my back. My back hurts from working on something yesterday. What is the Marcel? Why do I feel like that's another weapon? You know what? I'm not even gonna look through this giant list. I'm just going to right click and open up a new tab. It's indeed a sword. 'Tis a sword. How did I know? It's almost as if I could see the future. Not really. Where is it? Also, fire shield. I don't think I got the fire shield. The fire shield? Fire shield. The Marcel, yep. Oh, it can also be dropped from an Efreet. So from a fire demon or an Efreet? Have I run into an Efreet before? Efreet. Don't remember anything that would look like Efreet. No. That's peculiar. Because it's on this list over here, but... we're gonna take a look. Or is it the same name for... no, this is... what? It's in the Saturn version, okay. That's weird. Whatever, it drops from the fire demon, so both this thing and then also the fire shield. Let's go and take a look. Fire shield? Is also dropped from... okay, so I'm gonna be farming the fire demons for a moment. Those are found in the... where again? They are farmed in the... or found in the beginning part of the castle, basically. Okay, that was not that long. So I got myself the Marcel, powerful sword of flame. And I also get myself the fire shield. Shield with fire properties. I'm gonna move these things down here. Let me go and switch back to my Alucard shenanigans and my Hawk armor and my Ring of Fennel. Right. Now let's go and take a look. What is next on my list of enemies to farm? So, the Gorgons. Black Marble Gallery. I think I know where this is. Yes, I can get there relatively easily, I think. Black Marble Gallery. Yes, I know where it is. Okay. If you wonder what the Gorgons are, they're like the cow-type enemies that petrify you with spewing, gas stuff. I'll be back once again once I, you know, have this thing. I decided to go, like, you know, past this place again, and now that I have all of the Vlad stuff, the way is actually gonna open up right now. I'm not gonna go down there, but I did this. Might as well record this while this is happening. It's basically the identical thing that happened in the other castle. There we go. Alright, I'll meet you guys once I have the items that I, of course, need still. Okay. I got the sword. Did not take me long at all. May petrify enemies. That's very interesting. So there might be enemies that are weak to petrification, and then this sword would be good against them. Because once you petrify an enemy and then hit them, you're gonna do a hell of a lot of damage. Let's see. Do I have the Zweihander? Wait, there's actually an easier way for me to figure this out. Instead of, you know, looking through my ginormous list of shit. Let's see. I did hit Zweihander sometimes. There he is. Nope. Fuck. Reverse caverns, reverse entrance. Reverse entrance. Where am I gonna go first though? Because there's a lot of stuff I can get right now. Or like the things that I need to go and get right now are a little bit like spread around, I would say. I think I'm gonna go and begin by going over to the oh, I just noticed something. The Blue Venus Weed's gonna be hell to farm. It's not gonna be fun. At least I don't think so. Also, the Blue Venus Weed gives you 1000 XP. Okay. They're also level 40. Makes sense. Alright, my friends, I guess I'll just meet you guys back here. I think I'm gonna begin by going, to get the stuff from the Blue Venus Weed. Or, the thing right now is that I am right over here. So, well, I guess I can make it back here with relative ease. You know what, my friends? Wait, I can go over to the cave over here with relative ease. I think. Well, that's not right. Well, I'm sorry, I'm having some issues. I'll just meet you guys back here. I'm gonna go over to the Blue Venus Weed first, and that's it. Okay, well that did not take me that long, and praise the Lord, because this would not have been fun to grind for. Wait, what? Did I? I already had the Zweihander, didn't I? I must have already had the Zweihander. Fucking... Well, you know what? This teaches me a valuable lesson. Take a look at your inventory before you go grinding. Well, whatever. I don't care. Didn't take me that long, and these guys give me a lot of XP anyway. How's my familiar looking, actually? Level 34. It's never gonna reach the sword level, but whatever. Okay, so that is the Blue Venus Weed done. Next up is the Malaki, which is the Cthulhu kind of monster in the... It's called a Deathwing's Lair, but it's basically the place where where Olrox's quarters were. Can I get there with relative ease? Well, I'll just have to retrace my steps. I'll meet you guys once here, like here back here once I have both the Dark Shield and the Dark Armor. All right. Oh, Oh, I'm so close. Alright, so the thing I got is the dark armor, impervious to evil attacks. Don't know what that means. We also got ourselves the dark shield, unholy dark shield. And once again, we'll check out what the dark shield has of a special thing once we, once we go and check out all the weapons, which we will do after I'm done collecting all of them first. Like weapons and gear and all that jazz. Already got the Zweihander, already got the King's Stone. Here we go, a Covenant Stone and a Morn Blade. What in the hell? So the Morn Blade I've seen before. If I can just find it. See if you can find it. Morn Blade, Morn Blade. Where art thou? I remember seeing thou. It's one of the final swords. Yeah, there we go. Yep, it can only be dropped from as a goal. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so we're gonna go and get that one first. So it's in this area, so if you're wondering which enemy you need to fight for this, it is the Azagol, which is the really big sword dude in the middle of this place, the Deathwing's Lair. Now, what the hell is the Covenant Stone? Just so I, know. It also is only a drop from Azagol, and it increases your strength by 15. Interesting. Once again, people, I'll be back after I have this. Okay, big wow. I got these two weapons, or these two things, with relative ease. Feeds on enemy's soul. Or souls. So, the thing that this thing does is basically mimic your soul stealing ability. Which is really freaking cool, because it basically means that you restore 8 HP every single time that you attack with that particular weapon. So that is really freaking good. Okay, let's go and switch back over to the walk armor. Let me go and put the dark armor down here. There we go. Or just switch to my really good stuff in any case. Right, so I also decided to go and switch back over to my sword, at least for this particular enemy. Now I'm thinking about it, I can switch back to the bat right now. But for this one, it's very annoying to hit this guy with his sword, because you have to hit his sword hilt specifically. And it's kind of difficult to hit, so having my sword do, 200 damage or something. It does a 100 damage per hit, but it usually hits twice whenever it attacks, so... And here comes a shitty part. Oh boy, okay. Already have the rune swords. I just want to go and take a look for a moment, though. Because I'm pretty dang sure that, yeah. There's 2 more enemies, people. There's 2 more... I'm sorry, there's 3 more enemies. We have to defeat the Frozen Half a couple of times. The Salome, or the young female witch enemies. And then, finally, we need to beat the Guardians. To get a couple of things from those. I've also noticed how much XP Galamoth gives you. It's like the really difficult optional boss, I suppose. It gives you 9,999 XP. It's kind of funny. Alright, my friends, I will be back once I have the weapons from the Salem Witch, I think, first. Or the Salome, whatever. Okay, so. I made it. I got the things I needed, so I got the... Where is it? I got the Opal Circlet, I think it was. Yeah, restore HP by ice damage. And I also got the Wizard Hat. Which increases my intelligence, yeah. These ones were not too difficult to get. Also, just having my sword with me is a godsend. Because he one-shots basically anything. Right. And these flying enemies are very annoying, so... So yeah, people, there's one more enemy left. And that is the Guardian. So I'll meet you guys back here once I have both things from the Guardians. Or the final guards. It's basically the most powerful enemy in the game. Okay, so I've been grinding these enemies for a little bit, and something interesting is happening right now. Uh, so I think I got hit. Then I leveled up. No. I jumped into the sky, transformed into a bat. At the same time I leveled up, which made it so that I am now Alucard instead of a bat. And I'm now flying around as the bat in Alucard form. Also, if you're wondering how I came to have, 1000 HP, it's because these enemies are the strongest enemies in the game that I'm farming right now. And they also give... How much is it? I think 1500 XP per kill. Yep. 1500 XP per kill. So, yeah. I'll see you guys, once again, after I get the God's Garb that Sky drops. Okay, my friends, it took me a hell of a lot of time. The funniest thing is, at a certain point I was like, you know what, I don't care about this 10 extra luck that I get from, like, I just wanted to switch things up so I could defeat these enemies quicker. And just when I did that, I got the freaking thing to drop. So we now have ourselves the God's Garb. Strongest of all armors. Wrong. That's wrong, the walk armor is better. Yeah, let me go and equip this. Also, my sword familiar with 160 base damage. That's freaking insane, and I love it. Okay, so normally I will not need these things anymore. Question is, what do I want? I liked the Ring of Feanor quite a lot. Starlight. Strengthens the power of cross. Attack +5. The Sunstone, which gives me... Gives me increased stats in general. Wait, the Ring of Feanor, how good is it compared to the Sunstone? It's actually... yeah, the Sunstone's worse, okay. I think I want to get either this or this. Let's go for this. Just get even more power. Also, the wizard hat that I got is apparently one of the best hats when it comes to defense. Gives me a hell of a lot of defense. Okay, so now that we are finally done with that, let's go and make my way over to... I'm kind of wondering, this is actually something I can test out right now. What will happen when I use a library card? Oh boy, I'm also gonna, sort my inventory once I'm done buying all the stuff from the librarian. I'm also going to sort out everything over here. Please bring me back to the normal castle. Please bring me back to the normal castle. It does. Whew. Okay, that makes me quite happy. That's Alucard shield, not the Alucard shield. Hello.
What can I do for you?
I want to go and take a look at the enemy list. I'm interested in this. Because I think I have all of the enemies except the final boss. ×2. Yep. I'm gonna take a look. Now it also, of course, tells me, yeah, this thing over here. It's freaking insane. Yeah, I'm not gonna look at this yet. Nice. Also, all of these freaking tactics that you can technically buy, but who cares about that?
I'm interested in. I'm interested in this.
Mass hee. Right. So, of course it's sold out because I have 99 of these. So I have the saber, I have the mace, I have the Damascus swords, firebrand, icebrand, thunderbrand, harper, and leather shield. Don't have the iron shield, don't have the velvet hat, don't have the leather hat, circlet, silver crown, iron cuirass, steel cuirass, diamond plate, reverse cloak, elven cloak, and that's it. So my friends, I will meet you guys back here once I have sorted out my entire inventory. But I think I'm first going to make my way over to a save room, because I do not want to lose my progress. Because losing the progress that I just made would be the end of my life. Basically. Also, everything is really weak in here. I love it. Alright, my friends, I'll meet you guys once again, in a moment, because this is gonna take me a little bit. Okay, so, after, sorting out most of my inventory, I'm not done quite yet. The reason why I'm not done quite yet is actually quite simple. I don't have a certain thing. Oh boy, I only just noticed what that means. Well, I need to go back to the reverse castle. You know, I was thinking about recording this, but I think I'll just meet you guys back there because it's gonna take me a while. We're basically trying to go to the place where you just enter the reverse castle. So I'll meet you guys in the place where the item is. Alright, so the place where we're trying to go is where we before found the leap stone, I think it's called, which allowed us to double jump, which is in the top right of this room, in the big staircase room with these skulls. Goodbye. My sword shall cleave you in twain. I did find it a little bit weird that there was nothing over here. We're not there yet though, right? Or are we at the end? No, we are. Okay. So apparently somewhere around here should be a secret. Where am I losing my mind? Well, wait a second though. I'm gonna take a look. So over here it says, go into the upper right hand corner of the area and you will see this little thing you can stand on. This is the exact same place where you found the leapstone. While in platform, go under the little platform and shoot fireballs. Okay. I'm a fire and my fireballs. Yes, people. This is a thing. And there's the Sword of Dawn. Okay, well that was a lot more effort than I wanted it to be. I want to go somewhere with better music, but I don't think I'll be able to find an area like that. It's when I want to show off my stuff, but whatever. I'll meet you guys back here once I have found a suitable place to show my weapons and all that jazz. Alright, after, I would say, maybe, well, a long time in any case. My game time is now 16 hours, which is a sizable amount. So, after doing all of that stuff, I finally have everything sorted out in my inventory, which makes my inventory look beautifully like this, where everything is sorted out per weapon type. Let's begin by putting you back into your place. I basically have a placement for everything. There we go. So let us begin with the weapons, of course. Let's see. So, let's begin with the Bacillard, which is at the top of the list, of course. There we go. So the Bacillard is, I think, the first dagger that you could get. Aside from that, it has a special move. Wait, let's see. So you stab like this. And then if you use the special move by doing left and right, you do Dark Metamorphosis by accident. And then you do a slash like a normal sword. Right, next up is the Combat Knife. Which does a little bit more damage. I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of damage. So, this thing I think also has the same effect as the Bacillard. Where you can... Actually, no, wait, when you attack... Right, I remember that. Then if you do the effect, you also have a slash like this. Okay. Then we have the Holbein Dagger. Can I just... No. What is this? Please don't tell me that this is how you could... Oh no. No! What did I do? Please tell me that I didn't... I don't think I did. Okay. So there's apparently another thing you can do, but I'm just gonna go and ignore that. And get the Holbein Dagger. There might be some more functions that I don't know. The Holbein Dagger is this thing, which is very interesting. Can also be done by like while walking, which is pretty dang cool. Let me go and test this thing out, actually. That's another reason why I'm here, just to test out weapons. Wow, that's pretty freaking good. Let's go wait for this meteorite to move. Or whatever the hell that may be. Okay. Next up we have the short sword, which doesn't have anything special. If a sword doesn't have any special skills, I'm not going to check it out. Basically, you can just see the damage in the right side of the map of the screen. All right, then we have the stone sword, which I think is a pretty fast sword. Yeah, it's still short swords, so they're used relatively fast. This thing also has a chance of course, petrifying enemies, which seems like a very interesting thing. Then a jewel sword is an interesting one. Sometimes changes killed enemies to jewels. Let's see, and it also has a special attack, which makes money appear. That's interesting. Okay. Right. Then we have the Shotel, which does have a special move. Let's see, or like a special move, you know what I mean. Oh, you can throw it. That is pretty dang special, if I do say so myself. So you have to go from the bottom, and then you have to basically go to the left. You have to down and then diagonal, left down, and then left or right, whichever direction you want to go to do this one. It's not particularly easy to do, but I feel I always have issues with these kind of like button things. I've never had an easy time with those. Right, next up is the rapier, which also uses the same thing to do this, which is pretty dang cool. Also attacks pretty dang quickly. Right, then we have the Werebane. Strong against Werebeast, Werewolf and Minotaurs. Also has an attack like this, which is a multi-attack. And has some pretty fast attacking speed, of course. Right, next up, we begin with the swords. We have the Gladius, which is just... I think a lot of these swords are just kind of normal. I don't think that they have anything really super special. A lot of the beginning swords, I mean. So the Gladius is like that, the Scimitar is just an upgraded version, the Cutlass is an even further upgraded version, the Saber also, then the Falchion also, the Broadsword also, the Bekatoa is the same, where it just continues to increase in power, the Damascus Sword, and the Hunter Sword also, even though it gives you -1 defense, apparently. Bastard Sword is another improvement, the Talwar, Sword of Hador, the Luminous, the Harper. Yeah, all of these weapons are just like upgrades. The Gram, the Dark Blade. They look really cool, but they don't really do anything super special. The Alucard sword, which is an interesting little piece of gear, which of course gives you +30 luck if you equip all of the Alucard stuff. Now we have the Turfing. Let's see, effect. If total attack is 0 or less, passes through enemies, piercing. Enemies must be immune to dark and cut to not take full damage. Intriguing. Huh. If total attack is 0 or less, passes through enemies, piercing. That's interesting. That seems like a very specific thing that I don't think I can test out because I have too much damage. Morbigill, another upgrade. Thunderbrand does thunder damage, of course. Or lightning damage, whatever. And you can do this, which is freaking awesome. Wow, I never knew that. Right, then we have the Ice Brand, which also has a special move. Wow, these moves are really cool. Wish I knew of their existence before. Right, the Firebrand. Fire! That's pretty damn cool. Okay, and then the Holy Sword also has a special move, which is just an even stronger little holy attack. Now the Terminus Est poisons enemies. That's the one thing that is special about that. The Gurthang. So what is this over here? Roll attack. That's interesting, because I'm trying to do the move. It could be that this is just a move, that this is the normal attack, and that this is an even... No? I don't know, I feel like there's supposed to be another attack. It in any case gives you the effect of Dark Metamorphosis where it steals life. Over here it says roll attack. Oh, it's just a stronger swing. Okay. With brief dark metamorphosis flash. Ah, I see. So this is the normal one, and if you do the special one, you get brief dark metamorphosis. Okay. Interesting. Let's go and switch over to the Marsil, which also has a special move with this Inferno Blast. Wow, now the normal attack is this. Cool. So many cool weapons. I'm not... Like, if you're wondering, I'm not regretting any of the time that I spent farming. Now with the Mornblade, which basically has the same effect as Soul Steal, where if you hit the enemy, you will steal 8 HP whenever you hit the enemy. Then we have the Marbling Sword, which is an interesting one, because this one allows me to also do the shield spells, which I will check out later on, I think, once I get to the shields. Aside from that, it doesn't really do anything too special. Then we have the Alucard Sword, which is just a good sword. And it also has a special move, like this. Okay. Then the Battle Lair has nothing special. Then the Sword Familiar, which disables Sword Familiar activation and Sword Brothers spell... Wait. Disables Sword Familiar activation and Sword Brothers spell when equipped. So it's just a really strong sword, but it will get rid of... It does double the amount of that. That's insane. It does 100 damage, basically. Wow. Aside from that, it doesn't really do anything special. I also lose my Sword Familiar, which is something that I gotta say I don't really like too much. Why? Because my Sword Familiar is ridiculous at this point. This thing does a lot of damage. Alright. The Vorpal Blade. Let's see. So, strike while moving, 0 recovery time. Yeah, so you can basically just spam it like this. Which is pure and cool. How fast can you do this? Really fast. Does it also have an auto swing thing? No. You have to spam the button yourself. And then the Chris Grim. Strike while moving, 4 hits per swing, 0 recovery time. Oh my god. I want to see what this is going to do against this freaking enemy. Oh, okay. I think I might know which weapon I'm going to be using against the final boss. How much damage does it do compared to the Alucard sword? Not, yeah, that's gonna, yeah, that's a good weapon. Two-handed weapons. Okay, everything got a little bit switched up. But it doesn't really matter too much. As long as they're still like in the order that they were, I'm happy. The Claymore. It has a special attack. So it's a slow swing. And then it has a thrusting attack like this. Okay. And then the Flamberge. Also has a thrusting attack and looks pretty freaking cool. Okay. And then we have the Sword of Dawn, which is an interesting one. Why? Because it summons people. Summons a mage. I think it has different summons. You can also summon these guys. Okay, it just summoned all of them. So it can summon separate entities and then all of them at the same time. Also, which is a very interesting weapon, but a lot of people, or at least what I read online, say that it sucks because of its low attack speed. The S-Stock, always dash thrusts. Yep, so it attacks like this, which is quite interesting. But once again, slow attacks are not particularly amazing. Zweihander also has that, and then a normal swing. Okay. The Obsidian Sword is the same, basically. Yep, it's just like a normal greatsword. Except probably more damage. Yep. Then we have the greatsword, which is just a greatsword. It doesn't have anything special going for it, it just has a slow swing. Then we have the Red Rust. which is a really shitty weapon. So you can attack with it, but sometimes Alucard will not be able to swing the sword. Or at least that's what the wiki says. Yep, there we go. So it's just ridiculously bad. Takemitsu has no diagonal attack. I see, okay, yeah. It's pretty dang shitty. Then the Namakura has a fast swing but low swing rate. Ah, I see, okay. Then we have the Muramasa, which, let's see, jams like Red Burst if Alucard's total attack is 10 or less. Slow swing speed if total attack is 29 or less. Slash Fury and increased swing speed if attack is 30 or more. Continuous Dark Metamorphosis effect. Hidden leveling system, where a point of ATT is gained for every current ATT times 2 plus 11 blood heals while mermaids... What? That's interesting. So this weapon's moveset changes depending on how strong you are. And since I'm ridiculously strong right now, this thing is going to be good. Also gives me Dark Metamorphosis, so pretty dang nice. Next up is the Katana, which has a fast swing, but has like... Actually, no, wait, it's just a normal swing. Huh. And you have this thing, the flurry over here. Okay, the Osafume Katana, which has a warp attack, and one of these attacks, and then a normal attack. These katanas are a lot better than I thought. Well, whatever. Then we have the Yasutsune, which can do a Slash Fury while walking. Wow, I want to test this out. Excuse me for a moment while I shred you to pieces. Okay, yeah. That's pretty freaking powerful. Then we have the Masamune, which also has Slash Fury when you attack. And it has a Warp Slash effect. Like this. Okay. And then it's time for the Nunchaku, which is a very interesting weapon. Which just attacks twice over here. Does this. And that's it. There's nothing else you can do with this, by the way. Nothing special. Okay, and that is everything for the big swords. Now we're going to go back to the clubs, which are up here. There we go. Then we have the mace, which is a normal flail. And it attacks relatively quickly, I think. The wiki says slow, but it's not super slow, I would say. Morningstar is more of the same, really. Just looks differently. And then comes the shield rod, which is a very interesting one because... so let's see, attack for shield. So you have this thing, which I don't really know what it does. And then you, of course, can also do the shield spells, which is the most interesting thing about that weapon. Then we have the Holy Rod, which is a pretty nice weapon, pretty dang quick. You can also do an even more powerful attack by doing that. Then we have the Star Flail, which is another one of these. And you can have another attack where I accidentally use Dark Metamorphosis. So there's a tiny difference when you do that one. And then we have, last but not least, the Moon Rod, which is a normal flail, and then you can do this to have... Whoa. Hello. That's interesting. Cool. Okay. Next up is the fist weapons. The Knuckle Duster, which is just a normal punching weapon, nothing too special. The Blue Knuckles has the uppercut ability, as opposed to normal punching, which you can do while walking. Alright, then we have the Jewel Knuckles, which are some really good weapons for the early game, I think. Also, I can hold this punch. That's interesting. Okay, then we have the Iron Fist, which does have a special effect. There we go. Flurry of Fists. And then we have the Fist of Telkis, which has this. And... this. Wow. Cool. Okay, now it's time for the shields. Let's go and equip. Let's see. I don't remember which sword it was, so I'm just gonna go and equip the shield one. So shields. Let's see what this thing can do for me. If I can just find where the shields are. Did the game put it at the bottom of the list? I think so. Or I might have put it, I don't know, man. Whatever. So with shields you can block basic projectiles with nothing too crazy. Now the other thing you can do is use the shield spell, turn this guy into a cow. And it's going to give me defense up. For the leather shield, my 99 knight shield. We get this horse. And we get defense up again. How much does this increase my defense? 77 right now. I should probably keep that in mind. Okay, we have the iron shield. Which is this boy. And that attacks enemies, okay. Cool. Then we have the best effect. If you can hear anything in the background, by the way, it is raining right now, so you might be able to hear that. Also, the game is gonna automatically put this in there, which is stupid. Because it should put it in here, but whatever. It doesn't matter too much. Or well, actually it does. Let me go and put this piece of TNT over there. For the moment. There we go. Just so that the shields kind of stay in the same-ish area. Alucard shield. With the best effect. It does nothing. It just wastes MP. And then we have the, I hate this. No. Now we have the Shaman shield. Whatever, it doesn't matter too much, I don't care anymore. Shaman shield gives me this weird goat thing. Which then gives me intelligence up. Interesting. And I have 39 intelligence. Wow. Or even more actually, I have 79. Okay, then we have the Herald shield. Let's see. There we go. Which gives me this beautiful lady. Protection from fire and thunder. Okay. Then we have the Axe Lord shield. Oh yeah, I like this one. Wait, let's go and get my shield. It summons a little axe dude to run into the fray and fight for me. Then we have the Medusa shield. Which makes his lasers appear. I'm not sure if it actually... Let's see. It's just a laser attack, but it doesn't tell me if it actually has a chance of like petrifying or something. I have no idea. Right, time for the skull. Which summons this guy who shoots a freaking laser! Okay, then I get the Goddess shield, which I have actually not checked out quite yet. Which makes this thing appear. And gives me protection from dark. Okay, and then we have the Dark shield. Let's see. Which shows this horrendous face. And makes a meteor attack happen. Okay, Fire shield. Which summons salamanders to attack enemies on screen. And then the final one is a very interesting one. So the very last one is the Alucard shield. So the thing at the Alucard shield that's very interesting. So, offensive shield, 255 damage, soul steal, +1 heart, and 3 seconds invulnerability on contact. 80-second duration, decreases only when shield is held up. Holding shield drains MP. Okay. And that's it. Right. And then we have the throwing weapons. Like my chakram over here. So up to 2 of these can be thrown. And you can also have an extended throw by doing the left thing. Then we have the Heaven Sword. Let's see. Thrown in a forward arc. Like this. And then I have an even further extended throw that you can do by doing left and right. Attack with another Heaven Sword simultaneously for special attack. I don't have another Heaven Sword, but I do have the Rune Sword. I don't think I'll be able to see it, because I only have one of these Heaven Swords, but whatever. Just gonna take a look at the Rune Sword, which is a very interesting looking weapon. And then you have, of course, an extended throw that you can also do. Right. And that is it. The only thing that's still left are like projectiles and usable items and all that jazz. But I don't think I'm gonna show those off. Right. The other thing we have is all of the equipment. So all of the hats, for instance. All of these tend to be, let's see. This is necessary for the game. Aside from that, some of them increase intelligence, some of them increase defense. It's a lot of everything, really. The best hat is the wizard hat, in my opinion. The other ones over here can absorb certain amounts of damage, which is pretty dang nice. When it comes to the armors, every one of them also has some special stuff. The God's Tunic or the God's Garb is one of the best ones, but not the best one if you go for every square in the map, because then you get even more from the walk armor. Aside from that, a lot of these have special things of their own. I don't feel like I need to explain all this stuff. You can find these things without too many issues, I would say. The cloaks, the best cloak is the Joseph cloak and the Twilight cloak, but the Joseph cloak allows you to change colors, so it's automatically the best one. And then we have all of these beautiful little pieces of accessories which give you all kinds of different buffs and special things. And that, my friends, is it. So, where is my sword that I wanted to use? I think it was the Chrysogrim or the Vorpal Blade. I think it was this one. Yes, this is the one I want to use against the final boss. So do I have everything equipped that I want to have equipped? I think so, yeah. Okay, my friends, after all of that, I feel like I finally 100% the game. This video is really long, so I think I'm gonna end it off over here. At next episode, we're gonna go and deal with the final boss. Finally. Wow, that's insane. Goodbye, friends.